In this video, we are going to log in with OpenID Connect on Hybrid and extend claim-based authorization. Let's take an action. So let me close these classes and let me make sure that our breakpoints is ready. The breakpoint first should be the authorization handler, of course API service. When I get the send the GET request, I would like to see that movie API resources. Basically it starts with the, let me start with the controller. It starts with the controller. It is hitting the index method and index method calling the our movie API service. So that's why I'm putting the breakpoints movie API service. When I send the request, it is basically handled by the message handlers in the send async method. So we expect that it is getting the access token with the existing OpenID Connect and set the bearer token and continue with the send operations. And also if the everything going well, we can see that movies controller and get movie will be hit once, and we also see this one, and ident server is not, we can collapse this ident server. Okay, very good. We have a movies controller. After that call the movies API service, movies API service. After that, why it is authentication delegate handler, and yes, there is also additional movies controller from the API services, the last one. Okay, so now we can run our application. Let me run our application. Right click, properties, see that every application work in the multiple startup. Hit the start button. So make sure that ident server is working fine. Yes, working fine. So I'm going to close these windows and I'm going to directly locate with our application. So let me log out again and log in from the beginning. So once I click the movies page, okay, I'm using the same username and password. Okay, it's in the debugger. Yes, as you can see that it is hitting the get movie function API service. So now we are sending a get request. I'm going to F5 in here. So it came to our authentication handler. Now can we reach the access token or not? You will see that yes, we get the access token. Very good. Let me copy this access token and see the verify that our JVT.io. Let me come here and paste in here. So let's examine the payload. As you can see that the scopes including the movie API. So very good. So we are reaching the token from the HTTP accessor, and this token including the movies API. And the client ID is the movies MVC client, and that means this is the OpenID Connect token, and we can reach the movies API over the OpenID token with getting this token information. Very good. So now basically I'm adding this token into the bearer tokens, and this will hit our movies API project and it will return the movies information. Let me ensure the status code. Let me F10. So it is getting an error. Let's see into our console applications. Yes, this is our console output. You will see this error. An unhandled execution while executing request forbidden. Yes, this is the execution. Response status code doesn't indicate success. This is forbidden. So as you remember that we had a claim-based authorization on protected movie API, and this claim restriction looks for the client ID value. I mean, we have a claim-based authorization on the protected movies controller, and this claim restriction looks for the client ID value. So for now, anymore, we are not logging the system with the anymore. We are going to log in the system with OpenID Connect login and get the token from the Hybrid Flow on this login operation. So we also combine these scopes to reach movie API. Let me check the client ID what we login, and this client ID will be into our claim based authorization list, right? So for that purpose, let me come here. As I solved into the payload of the R token, as you know that our client information is movies MVC client. So let me close these windows, but also we can check the ident server config. As you know that we have a new client. I mean, the last client is the movies MVC client, not movie client, right? So if we go to the movies API, our protected resource, and open the movies controller, we forgot the claim based authentication, which is the client ID movies client. You will remember if you check the previous sections. We forgot the claim based authentication, which client is the movie client. But now our OpenID client is the MVC one. So that's why we should add or modify this new client into our policy authorization required for the claim list. So for that purpose, you can see the client ID policy in the authorized window, movies controller. This is the protected resources. So go to startup and see the claim based authorization. Yes, this is the client ID policy, and client ID policy, as you can see that the configuration is looking for the movies client. But this time we have combined our applications with the MVC client, so we are going to modify this one with this layer, or you can directly adding with comma and add one more client. So this time I would prefer to add one more client for the client ID restrictions. Okay, please you also adding these movies MVC client ID into the required claims, and by this way we can not get the forbidden error from the HTTPS. And also you can verify the client ID value in the client application when we define the authentication configuration. So go to movies client and go to the startup CS. Once we configure the OpenID, yes, this is the OpenID configuration, you can see the client ID in here, options client ID movies MVC client. So that's why we have to add this client into the claim based restriction, right? Okay, finally we can run our application and see what's happened now. Let me this time Ctrl F5. That means run without debugging. Maybe in here I can't see in here. I'm directly Ctrl F5. I'm running the application without debugging. Okay, finally we can run our application. So for that purpose, this time I'm not going to debug our application. For that purpose, I am hitting the Ctrl F5. Start without debugging. So our console project windows are opening in here. This is movies API protected resources. This is MVC client, and this is the ident server. And also I can see our Chrome windows is opening. So this ident server is running up and okay, and our movies API is running okay. And now we are going to see the movies result. Once I click the movies, it is redirecting to ident server for login operation. When I log in with the OpenID Connect, it is generated token, and this token we are going to use retrieving the movies from the movies API protected resources. And also there is a client ID claim based restriction, and we have defined the client ID information. Let me test with the application. Yes, it is coming here, and once I log in the system, yes, as you can see that I have successfully see the movies record without getting any forbidden error. Very good. Next section we are going to focus on more about the claim based authorization stuff.